Hello, everyone. This is Caren Glasser, and welcome to this episode of Connecting People, Changing Lives. And I'm here with my amazing cohort and co-host, Nancy Ferrari. Good morning, Nancy.
Good morning, Caren. I have missed you. And for those viewers who have maybe wondering where have they been, Caren had just finished being down here in Southern California for High Holy Days and received rave reviews. You can see her on Facebook, and I'm so proud of you. Beautiful, beautiful angelic voice. But what I have to say is I've missed your voice as we collaborate together on connecting people, changing lives. And I can't say how excited I am for our guests. This is the first time, this is plural, we have two guests who happen to be husband and wife. And just a little bit of a background on my end. Suzy and I met when I started doing the Nancy Ferrari show 5.5 years ago, and she was doing Sizzlicious, and she was on my show, I was on her show, and as of late, I've been watching these amazing posts with her husband, who is Fuzzy Manning. I love your name. And you two are just the most amazing couple. You lead by example. And that is so valuable to me, and to see people doing what they love, and they're, again, leading by example. And if I may just share a little bit about your bio, in that you're both very passionate, and I'm going to invite the viewers to check you out on Facebook, because you'll see how much they travel. They embrace life like no other, and you help people along the way make choices for optimum health, balanced energy, which is important, low stress, clarity, and focus to live your life to the fullest. They believe that you can live an extraordinary life with vibrant health, time, freedom, and financial freedom. So without further ado, we're going to discuss more about what you do. I want to warmly welcome both of you, Suzy and Fuzzy Manning, to Connecting People, Changing Lives. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. We're honored to be on your show and to connect again. Thank you.
And I, too, have connected with both of you in the past years. In fact, Suzy, I flew out to attend your event, which was an amazing experience. So and Fuzzy, you and I have worked together. I've worked with you. You've worked with me. And I just adore you guys, and I'm really glad that we have the opportunity to welcome you to our now combined show that we're doing. And today we're talking about how to live vibrant and healthy in a toxic world. What does the word toxic mean? How would you describe toxic?
Well, I would say that toxic would be anything that keeps us from living our lives to the fullest and from seeing things clear and focusing on our dream. And I think Fuzzy would probably agree with me. There's a lot of different areas to look at toxicity, because we actually breathe it in the air. We eat it in our food. We can have it in our relationships. And then one of the worst ones is our own self-talk. Would you agree with that?
Yes, and I think so much of what happens is the toxicity is all around us, it's in us, and we don't realize it. It's just kind of a lot of silent things that happens in our lives just over time, and we get to a point where we're not in relationship with each other, and we're not connected to our body. We don't feel our body. We don't feel those aches and pains and changes in our body. And we have to really kind of maybe step back and say, okay, what's happening? What is taking over my life? And what's taken over, in a sense, this separateness is between us.
Great explanation. So can somebody have a toxic lifestyle?
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. I think a lot of individuals don't really look at, in a sense, of having a different perception or a different awareness. So much of it just go through life, in a sense, well, I went through college, I got a job, and I went back and got more education, and I'm just doing what's expected of me. And I think a lot of us have to realize that we have more potential within us if we just kind of step back and say, well, geez, is part of what I'm doing more about me, or is it more about other people, helping other people also?
And I think on that also, you're looking at with living our career and living life. I think also toxicity in the body, like you were saying, all of a sudden we don't feel the aches and pains. I think people do feel the aches and pains, but we start to think that's normal.
Yes, the new
or living
normal.
a mediocre life. We just think, well, that's normal. That's all there is. And that's our passion, is to help people realize, oh my gosh, we can live vibrant and long and healthy. And my work with the women I used to do, the sizzle's coming up.
Yes, yes.
So we can really,
I love that.
just tap into our brilliance and our wisdom, and we are all capable of doing so much and feeling much better than we ever thought possible.
Yes, I want to ask your opinion about something. Having being in the baby boomer generation, you know, a lot of what the shifts that we have incorporated into our lives to live a more vibrant life, that wasn't available. When I think back in high school, we knew what we knew. We don't come into life with a manual, and we're raised a certain way. And I just know that now there's a plethora of information how to live your best life. However, yet I see the flip side. And when you talk to people that come your way, because I know both you travel quite a bit, you're in connection with people to help them on their health lives. Do you share what I like? What was told to me? It starts with me to incorporate the changes.
Do you want to address that?
I have to start with myself and my desire, and once I do, then I start projecting that to the people around me.
It ends up starting with you, and as an intuitive, I always ask an essential question. In a sense, what's going on in your life that's true for you? Are you living your life to the fullest, and in a sense of, is it serving you? And is it also, in a sense, serving you? Are you helping to serve others? So much of what people go through life, in a sense, is all about me, me, me. And there's so much need that's required in the world, and you can still fulfill your needs and also serve others. In a sense, just getting a broader perspective.
Yeah, I think we're beginning to redefine what success really is. It's not all the monetary things and the possessions. I mean, those are great, to have a wonderful home and to travel and fun, funky clothes. But we're learning that success is really that fulfillment inside of us, that the things outside of us don't fill us up. That's that empty eating where we eat and we eat and we eat and we eat, and we're looking for food or things to fill us up. And we're starting to realize that there's something that we came to this planet to do and that we're passionate about. And that really it turns us on, and time just goes by when we're involved in that. And when we gain that, whatever that is, we get that, we own that, and then if we can turn it into a way to monetize and share with people, then you really feel fulfilled and successful. And it's, again, like what Fuzzy said, I mean, it comes from within, and it's being a service to others, getting out of it's all about me and why am I on this planet? What have I lived or experienced that I can share with others to bring fulfillment?
Well, Suzy, as you were saying that, you didn't see it because you were looking at the camera. Fuzzy, he literally started to grin as you were saying that, because it obviously resonates. And you know, Nancy mentioned at the beginning that you are the example. You actually walk the walk, you talk the talk. You don't just talk. You walk. And Fuzzy, if I'm not mistaken, you're a bike rider, right?
In a sense of vibrator, I'm a heart-centered breakthrough intuitive.
No, actually, I said a bicycle rider. Oh, you like bicycles, right?
Vibrator too. I'm like a vibrator.
Okay.
This is the beauty of live.
So when I first met you guys, and actually I think you were out. I was at the event with Suzy. You were out on your bicycle somewhere. I mean, you were riding. How many miles do you ride?
I used to ride quite a bit. I used to ride anywhere from 6,000 to 4,000 miles a year.
Wow! You come visit me.
And Suzy, do you ride also, Suzy? Are you a bicycle?
No.
Am I a bicyclist? No. I will not get on a bicycle. That's his sport. That's that independence, the freedom.
You're busy in the gym doing everything else, though. I love the pictures.
Yeah.
Gosh, I can't even say it. I can't find the words to encourage viewers to visit you on your Facebook pictures, because if ever you're not feeling motivated, just look at their pictures, and they're in the gym, and she's got amazing bright colored leggings on and bright shoes, and just get on with it. Just do it. And I'm quoting Nike now, that's their word. But yeah, when you say, just make that decision. How this is a question for you. Okay, we addressed toxic. Let's shift out of it. Let's go into that
healthy
state of mind, body, and spirit, basically.
Well, if you talk about healthy state of mind, how we start our day each day, we write our goals. We have certain goals, and we write them twice a day. We write them first thing in the morning, we write them last thing at night, and then we have affirmations that support our goals, and we speak those to each other first thing in the morning and again at night and all during the day, because affirmation shuts down that committee in our head that tells us, who do you think you are? No, you can't do that. So speaking our affirmations all day keeps us focused and powerful and passionate, and keep following our purpose.
Actually, before you go, Suzy, you actually have an expression for the talk in the head, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember exactly, and I know it's a little off color, but go ahead and say it anyway.
The itty bitty shitty committee.
I love it. Get rid of that committee.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I knew that was that because you started to talk about the self-talk and the talking in our head, and I just love that itty bitty shitty committee. So Fuzzy, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Would you please continue about healthy?
And I think what's really essential in the sense of doing your goals and affirmations, in the sense you tie it together in the evening, you go through what were you grateful for the day, what happened during that day, and what impacted you. And how do you want to continually engage in that? And what did you learn?
That's the last thing we do at night before we go to sleep, is we will again share what we were grateful for in our day. We never go to bed mad.
No. No.
It's what are we grateful for, and then you sleep better, and that's what you put in your mind. So you wake up energized, you're ready for your day, and we also during the day we will read from a success book. And we actually read the book. We want to hang on to the book to get the energy of that author. So that's something we do also, because I believe gratitude is the foundation piece. I mean, you need to be grateful for what you have right now. When you're grateful for what you have, more will come into your life. And I often ask people, just be grateful you're alive. My gosh, you have a whole new day, a brand new baby day to create what you want. So to just start to be grateful for life itself, for you, for this opportunity we can be on your show. I mean, there's so many wonderful things to be grateful for.
And when we are thinking about what we're grateful for, more of that comes towards us, because what we think and because our mind is in the present, isn't that correct? Our mind is in the present. We have unconscious thought and we have conscious thoughts, and those unconscious thoughts are like this big, and the conscious thoughts are smaller. So we have to actually say these things out loud so that we can hear them and that we can live in the present. Isn't that correct?
Yes, it's very correct. In a sense of also it's looking at how do you want to be fed? Do you want to be fed mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually? We're so deficient in all of those in our lives. In a sense, we're starving for affection. We're starving for love. We're starving for appreciation in a sense of in our lives, and we need to be fed on a daily basis.
And everyone needs it different.
And we're talking about feeding, so I want to jump into nutrition. I want to go into that. That's a great segue.
That's a good way to feed.
There's a lot of toxicity there.
Absolutely. I mean, with the GMOs and all that. So let's maybe talk about the toxicity and then move into actually how you live your life in terms of your nutrition and stuff like that. So first of all, what's a GMO? We hear about this all the time. What are GMOs?
GMO is what you did was you organically modified a plant to end up having it produce a high quality yield in a shorter period of time. And what you do, you change the gene structure of that plant. Now it no longer provides, in a sense, the nutritious value that it did before. Yeah, all it is end goal in mind. How much can we produce in the shortest amount of time?
How much money can we make?
And we don't care if it provides nutritious value that it did before.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I've read the statistics, and I'm sure you have them too. How in the 1950s, this just popped into my mind from somewhere. But if you eat a couple of peaches, you got all the nutrient value. Now you have to eat like 50 of them.
Yeah.
So that's the importance of supplementation.
Well, our soil is nutrient deficient, so
Right.
And that's a good way, even if people say, well, I eat organic, and I've read where organic is no different because it's still nutrient deficient. The only thing different with organic is that it may not have the herbicides and the pesticides on it, but it still is lacking the nutrients that we need because the soil's depleted.
So what is a person to do then?
And it's getting some superfoods in your body that your body can use. Your body does not care about calories. Your body cares about nutrition. In a sense, what your body needs to build repair cells, to help, in a sense, grow tissues, help organs, in a sense, deal with the stresses and everything else in daily life. It's feeding the body with nutrition the body can use. And it's also realizing that the majority of things that we're eating, we're not consuming. We have available to us 91 different minerals, trace minerals. You look at any package or anything else in a store, and you're lucky if you can come up with 3 of those minerals in the box. So we're just totally deficient, and it's finding something that works with our body, in a sense, and helps us to deal with all the stressors of life and all the toxins of life.
I think the key thing, we're talking about toxins and how do you get nutrition in your body, and we've talked about our bodies being toxic. I mean, we live in a toxic fishbowl. We're breathing it, we're eating it, and I mean, we put stuff on our skin that's toxic. Our makeup is horribly toxic. So our bodies are toxic. So number one thing is we need to cleanse our bodies of all the toxins. And what happens when you really do a good body cleanse, if you do it at a cellular level, you are actually cleansing through the bloodstream and all the organs and safely and effectively cleansing the body. And what's fascinating is when you do a cleanse like that, the fat leaves your body also, because what our fat does is it accumulates around the toxins to protect us.
Wow.
So first, a good cleanse is essential, because why put good nutrition into a body that's toxic? I mean, the body can't absorb it. It can't use it.
So you're talking about, first, it's very important to be doing cleanses. Is that something you do once a year, once a month, every week? I mean, how does that work?
You can do it at numerous times. The ideal situation would be to do cleanse, in the sense you can do once a week. And that can be just a mild cleanse that you're doing. You're consuming a product that cleanses. You can do it, in a sense, for an entire day or half the day. It depends on what you're doing in your life, in a sense, where you're at. Or you can do it 3 months, in a sense. It's wherever you're at.
But you don't cleanse. You're not saying 3 months straight. You don't cleanse for 3 months straight.
That would be a long cleanse.
There's
a quarterly.
There's a product that we use, and we can either do it for 1 full day. We can do it 2 days back to back. We like to do 2 days back to back because it cleanses 80% deeper in the body, and you see better results. There are people that will just take a little bit of that product every day. So it depends on what you're using and how you do it. But there's many different ways.
Yeah, I love your approach, because I've done quite a bit of research on this as well, and there's some people that say you have to be on a 10-day juice cleanse, and that's enough to make someone go running. Say, you know what, that's just too radical. There's other people that say bring it on, and you're offering options with what you incorporate in your life, and at the end we'll share how our viewers can connect with you. What is it that you've incorporated into your life? But number one, I can see just by looking at you, the vibrancy in your skin. You glow, you both do, and I can see how healthy you are just by what we shared, and that's the beauty of social media. We can see you on your pictures, but there again, I really like that approach because some people have to start small. There's things and you're talking about the mindset from our past. Maybe we were forced to do certain things, and you've got that imprint. And then you can slowly get into, okay, well, maybe I can do 2 days now if I've just started with 1. Yes?
Very true.
Yes, it's very true. And it's also, too, you want to nutritionally cleanse. You want to feed the body what it needs when you're cleansing. You want to feed it with food, in a sense. You want to make sure it is healthy. It's not operating at 50%. You want to make sure it's operating at 100%.
Yeah, you don't want to starve the body, and it's fascinating, the product we use. It feeds the body. In fact, on a cleanse day, we're probably feeding our body better nutrition than most people eat regularly. And what you shared too, Nancy, it's interesting, like you're noticing how we glow in our skin. It's huge to watch them transform when they actually do put the good nutrition in their body and cleanse. I mean, it's amazing. They have better clarity, better focus. People actually change how they look. There's just a difference in their presence, in the glow and in their skin and in even how they appear. Yeah, it changes how you see life and how you see yourself. It's amazing how toxic we are, and people don't realize it.
So what you're saying also is, so after your cleansing, then you have to make sure then that you're providing the right nutrition. And I know you do a very wonderful shake that but it's a meal replacement, correct?
Yes. It's a meal replacement. It's a meal all by itself. And what you have the choice is we can add in additional things with that. If you want to add some fruits, if you want to add some greens, and you have a multitude of things you can add in with it. But just by itself, it's a complete meal.
Yeah, it's yummy. Yummy.
And I've actually had it is very yummy. And but you're not advocating that you just go on a liquid drink diet. I mean, you should still eat whole foods, correct?
No, in fact, that's a question we get a lot. People go, well, do you eat anything? It's like, yes, we love to eat. We do eat. We party. I mean, yeah. So you are eating the regular food, although the shakes and the food we eat I could use as my regular food, but no, we're not promoting a liquid diet at all. No. You mix it in with regular. That's what's great, because you mix it in with a regular lifestyle. It's easy, it's effective, it's economical, and it works in with anybody's lifestyle.
And you really can start at any time. I mean, I'm sure you hear from people, and I hear from people, Nancy, you hear from people, well, I'm so old at this point, and, I haven't done any of this before, so it's just too late to start. That's not true.
Not true. I'm just going to share about Barb. We have a neighbor we love. I love her dearly, and I think she just turned 80, and she uses the same products we do. And when she got off of them, or when she first started them, she's like, oh my God, I have so much energy. I'm up early. She's cleaning her house. She didn't know what all to do. Wow. She loves them. She uses them all the time, and she saw a huge difference. So yeah, you can improve your quality of your life at any age. Any age. We can feel a lot better,
Well, I think this is just, it's wonderful. And again, I know we sound like broken records. We keep saying you're a walking example, but you really are. And we're not going to mention age. We really are not going to. But let's just... Okay, go ahead then. How old are you guys?
68.
71.
Wow. We love
it. And you know what? I just watched Christian Northrup. I do not sleep during full moons. So at 1 a.m. I'm watching her, but I've seen it before. But I love, you're very much on her platform too. It's like, embrace the accomplishments. Don't celebrate the milestones over the hill and all that. It's a very negative approach. Make the best out of who you are, bring that out and celebrate that on a milestone birthday or any birthday, or like you say, every day, be in that celebration. And she said, get rid of those senior moment comments and anti-aging, because you're all about, like what she's saying too, is just being almost, exuding that energy that you're receiving from how well you are treating your body, what you're fueling yourself with. And one thing I want to say, I've listened to experts talk about movement. There's people that just, I'd love to say that I could ride a bike again. I ride a recumbent one from knee surgery, but they say just even movement's so important. Break it up if you have to. People get they won't do it because they feel that they can't even get started. It's too much for me. Right? What do you have to share about that?
We were created to move. To move, and you just people feel so much differently. If they move, I'm fortunate. Growing up, I was climbing trees and on the swings and playing sports. So to me, it comes naturally. And when I meet people that haven't moved, it's sometimes hard to help them understand how much better they're going to feel. And it can be as simple as go out for a walk.
Yes.
Well, my mom.
Walk a half a block. Take your pet for a walk. Turn on the music in your own home and dance.
Suzy and Fuzzy, my mom is 80 years old, and she still walks on her treadmill every single day. She walks for 45 minutes, and I laugh because she records her soap operas, and she also still works full time. But she records her soap operas, and so that she can get on her treadmill, and she does it every single day. And I have to say, she's been a great role model for me because I know that if I continue to do what I do, I have the genetics, and I also have somebody that has shown me that I can do that. And I want to throw something out about age. When people say, "Oh, you don't look that age," or you don't, I don't ever say that age is a number. I like to say that age is an attitude and a feeling.
Correct.
Yes.
It's how you feel. Yeah, it's so important. Very good.
Let's let people know how they can reach out to you and how they can get in touch with you. We've mentioned Facebook a couple of times. So how do they search for you? They go into a little search bar and they put, let's spell your name. I'm going to have you talk so that your name actually shows up here and they can see the spelling.
Okay, so to find me on my Facebook page, it's going to be Suzy Manning, spelled SUZY MANNING, and that's my Facebook page. And Fuzzy?
There's a couple of different ways that I've found out you can find me on Facebook. One of them is Fuzzy, FUZZY, Manning, MANNING, or Ed Manning. You can find me in both ways, and it's just, we just have fun interacting with people and sharing our beliefs.
So we want our listeners to go, and our viewers, I keep forgetting we're on television, on viewers, to go there, because I am sure we have not mentioned the name of the product, but I am sure you guys are just wondering what this stuff is. So really reach out to them, private message them, because I also have a private group on Facebook that when you get to know them and you decide if you want to work with them or not, you will be in this private group and just be able to grab all of this wonderful energy that they are emitting right now. Is there any last-minute stuff that you would like to share with our viewers before we're all at the end of our show already? So is there anything last-minute that we have not touched on that is really important that you would like to get that message out?
Well, I would just like to share the name of the group. It's Vibrant Healthy People, and that's our passion and our mission. We're helping people realize at any age they can live vibrant and long and healthy and passionate. So if they're interested at all in getting in that group, private message us on Facebook. We'd love to have them in our community.
Awesome.
Yes, and I think it's really important that we work with people where they're at. In the sense, we don't necessarily want you to be a marathoner or just scale mountains or anything else. We want you to be as vibrant and as healthy as you can where you're at, your limitations, your capabilities.
And you define that.
I love that. I love that. Well, thank you guys. And Nancy, any thoughts you want to leave us with before we say goodbye to our wonderful guests?
Oh gosh, I just can't say how much I appreciate both of you for being, once again, the example that you are. And this is what's so important too, is when you're in a relationship. There's some people who aren't married, but they have a relationship and they're growing together. Grow together in what you do. And you two are just the aura of energy that you two visually project, but also energetically project, is contagious. And I thank you so much for being who you are in the world, and I look forward to staying connected with both of you. You make me smile. So thank you so much, and bless you, and thank you for being on our show.
We're honored to be on. Thanks.
Definitely.
So as we get ready to say goodbye, we want to thank our viewers, because we know that you have a choice as to how to spend your time, and we want to thank you for spending your time with us today. And so as we say always, catch us next week on the next episode of Connecting People, Changing Lives. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.